Man, I better stop jigging. I better stop jigging. Fuck it, we don't need them glasses anyway. Let's get serious real quick. Allow me to get serious. Allow me to get serious. Cause all I need is 15 minutes to take you for the ride of your life. Bet you after 15 minutes, you need another 15 minutes of love. Niggas. Let's see if we can do it in 15, man. I don't mind. We gotta get, nigga, we gotta get in it. We gotta get in it. Hold on, let me flip these bitches around. We gotta get in it, my nigga. We gotta get in it. I'm finna hit you with a little bit of something from every one of them. So all I need is 15 minutes. Make you feel like a woman tonight. I need is 15 minutes. Take you for the ride of your life. I bet you after 15, you need another 15 minutes of love. Oh, hold on. Let's cover some of this up. Got this off of Amazon. Psychic Sexual Seduction. You know what I mean? Got to cover some of this here up. You know what I'm saying? The book is rather explicit. Psychic Sexual Seduction. We got that first. Off of Amazon. We got that first, nigga. Then we come in. We got Sexual Reflexology. Activating the Taoist Points of Love. Sexual Reflexology. We not playing with you niggas. We not playing with you niggas. The Multi-Orgasmic Man. Also by Montauk Chia. Sexual Reflexology, The Multi-Orgasmic Man by Montauk Chia. This nigga know what he talking about. Oh, it's a little bit too much light. It's a little bit too much light, but we got a lot of reading to go through. So, let's get it. Alright, Robert Bruce. Energy Work. The Secrets of Healing and Spiritual Growth. And then last but not least, Ecstasy Through Tantra by Dr. John Munford. Alright, man. So, we pimping. So let's just get straight to it. Plus, nigga, don't play with me, bro. I will pull my dick out. Bitch, I will pull my dick out in a heartbeat. I am not the nigga to play with. We dead ass about this shit right here, nigga. And I'm going to show you. Before we go completely left, we got to go completely right. Before we go completely left, we got to go completely right. I mean, we don't have to, but you know what I'm saying? Check me out. Again, I ain't trying to get copyrighted, but check this shit out. So this is a real small book, thin book, man. It's a quick fucking read. So let's just get straight to it. How it works. So again, man, we in advanced classes. You know what I'm saying? This is advanced class, so we're not gonna get too much into the mechanics of a lot of this shit. But let me show you how dope a little book like this is. Again, because it ain't just all, you know what I'm saying, fun and games and whatnot. You really gotta be about this shit. But check this out. The Human Transponder. We reading and reviewing for purposes, all of that, fair use, good shit, all of that shit, nigga. So peep this, right? Check me out. When you begin to apply your psychic seduction techniques on a person you are trying to win, your thoughts are not just whims in the mist. They are concrete and real and are actually having an effect in the environment. When you understand about the frequencies of the mind, you'll see how other people's thought waves can easily get in sync with yours, and your environment will assist this process. Your brain is capable of producing a wide variety of frequencies. A key to sexual psychic seduction is the brain frequency between the alpha and theta range. See what I'm saying, nigga? This is science. We got science in this bitch, nigga. The alpha state ranges between 7 to 13 cycles per second. The theta state ranges between 3.5 and 7 cycles per second. The optimum psychic sexual seduction state, SPS state, ranges between 6 and 8 cycles per second. There are three main reasons why you need to change your brainwave cycle when you want to sexually arouse someone with your mind. So, alright, we got a lot of books. We're going to speed through this because, again, this is Advanced 102. We ain't getting into the why. This is more so like straight up about the how and all of that good shit. You see what I'm saying? Your brain waves will become closer to the natural frequency of your environment. When you lower your brainwave cycle to a cycle that's closer to your environment, your mind will have easier access to change the environment. When your brain waves are slower and your mind is more relaxed, then your body will be more relaxed. Less blood needs to be pumped to your body functions, which allows more blood to be pumped to your brain. Your brain is more nourished when you are relaxed. 3. You can become more focused when your brain waves are slower. Increasing your focus allows access to different parts and functions of your brain. Your awareness and your ability to use your mind will become easier and stronger. This will greatly affect all of your SPS, sexual psychic seduction work. Now, let me see if I can find this little part in the back of the book. Because basically, check this out. When your mind is raised to new levels, your thoughts and use of your thoughts gain more power. You could use radionics for sexual psychic seduction, but once you see the unlimited power there is, seduction is just a lower instinct to be used and then graduated from. You dig? Then it goes in about sacred geometry, talks a little bit about neurological triggers. You know what I'm saying? Check this, here's one out there. This is an exercise for the lens of your eyes, which will keep them flexible and will in turn enhance your powers of visualization. Start by looking at a book placed at a distance of 6 inches away from you, and then look and focus on something far away, about 6 feet. If you wear glasses, don't use them. Keep this focusing. Anyways, point is, nigga, this shit gives you examples and whatever else. So, alright. I'll give you a quick backdrop too, man. So basically, a lot of this, what this book is coming at you about, is visualizing and whatnot. Now, don't get me wrong. There's another part of here what I was really trying to find. It says something like, once you've done this, and once you kind of got the hang of this and whatnot, there's so much other shit you could be doing that psychic sexual seduction is really just small. You know what I'm saying? It's so small. I'm trying to see if I can find that, but who gives a fuck? Because again, all we need is 15 minutes. I promise you that. We might run a little longer because I talk a lot of shit, but I could back it up. My left stroke's the death stroke. So bear with me. But anyways, long story short, once you get the hang of this shit, that's like the last thing that you not the last, but it's like so low a level. I mean, pretty much once you learn how to get in that meditative state, sure, you can do all of this to arouse someone you don't even know, to attract them, to make them want you without, it even talks about a magnetic touch and the sexual touch and whatnot in this book. Again, I ain't going into too much detail. Get the fucking book and you can figure your own shit out. We're going to move to another one real quick. Because again, this little book is all about visualization and whatnot. Again, just to give you another quick whatever out of this book, man. Even if it's a stranger, it works better if you know somebody, somebody that you know, they can give you like results. They can actually, you get feedback from a nigga that you know. You know what I'm saying? Or a lady that you know. You know what I'm saying? You can get feedback from that woman. But point being, even if it's somebody you don't know, you just never think that shit's not gonna happen. It may take time. There may be built up resistance. Like you might not be that nigga type. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not 250 pounds. I may be fucking real, but I'm not 250 pounds. If she want a 200-pound nigga, you gotta go somewhere else. But I'm not your type. But if I do this visualization enough, basically what it's saying is just wait your time, bro. Don't worry about no resistance to the universe, whatever else, nigga. Everything is gonna conform to get you that pussy. But anyways, that's the visualization. And what I'm trying to get to, again, is the point of you can do so much other shit besides just getting somebody aroused or making somebody horny. You know what I'm saying? You can do so much other shit. But even with that, when it comes to the visualization, you know what I'm saying? You got to be slick with it. You got to be slick with it. And it's all, again, visualization. How much shit can you come up with? Like, basically, you want to get somebody aroused. So it talks about, in that small book, doing things like using your mind's eye. My bad. don't ever want to take my dick out of my hands. Like using your mind's eye to see that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And see that person. And you want to touch their genitals. You want to stroke their legs. You want to touch on their pubic hairs and shit like that. It just gives you a little basic whatever, what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But when you know more shit like us, you got books and whatever else, nigga, we finna get in it. So check this shit out. Check this shit out. Let me see if I can pull something up. I did want to show you. Check me out. I think it was page 55. All right. Yeah. So again, when it comes to getting somebody aroused and whatever else, long before you even get in contact with this person, man, you should already be having certain shit in your head. Even if, as you getting ready like this, to me is all part of the foreplay. You know what I mean? I'm doing this in my mind. She has already busted 4 or 5 nuts. I've already licked her to orgasm. I've already stroked her to orgasm. I mean, as I've said before, man, we got this book. And I ain't gonna take too long. The multi-orgasmic man, it gives you. We're gonna get to it. But point I'm trying to get at is there's so much other things. Ecstasy through tantra. You can unlock your kundalini and all this other shit. This is what should be going on, but you could have so much other shit. Basically, through your powers of visualization, you could help a motherfucker raise their kundalini. You could raise your own kundalini and start doing all kind of mystical, magical shit. You know what I mean? You just got to know what's going on. Have this shit in your mind. Now, the other person ain't got to know shit. It could just be any other regular sexual experience that you gonna have. You just coming through to drop some dick off. You know what I'm saying? Or she just coming through, you know what I'm saying, give it a little head and keep it moving. Whatever. If you gonna bust a nut, have some mystical, magical shit in mind. Check this out, alright? As above, so below. Right? To create mental children rather than physical prodigy. The exoteric act of depositing semen within the vagina means that the physical and psychic properties of sperm are utilized to perpetuate the race physically, thus ensuring survival of the species. Alright. Fellatio and Kundalini redirect psychic forces so that a brainchild, i.e. an idea or concept, is magically conceived. Such a brainchild is immortal, outliving any mere physical finite span of existence that could be achieved through physical birth. Cunnilingus substitutes the phallic tongue for the penis, while fellatio replaces the vagina with the mouth. The result in both cases is a mind explosion. The yogic practice of linking mouth and tongue with the genital complex bombards the brain with an eruption of sexual, tactile impulses which unfold the petals of each psychic center. Alright. The ability of the mouth to produce saliva is a reflection of our emotional or psychic state. Fear leaves the mouth dry and parched, hence our custom of placing a glass of water, whatever. When we are sexually excited during oral congress, the mouth floods with saliva, providing the philosopher's tincture. The vagina, like the mouth, parches with fear or floods with ecstasy. So, again, when you're doing your creative visualization, and then again, before you even approach the broad, as you walking up or just whatever, motherfucker pass you by, that's what you think about. There goes your visualization. Again, just giving you things to help, you know what I'm saying, with the powers of your thought and or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Start thinking about like, here's an example. You know, you want to get somebody aroused. Like me and my partner was talking about at work. We be at the gym, obviously. You need another 15 minutes. And we're going to keep it rocking, right? So, my partner at the gym, I told you I talk a lot of shit, so I knew we were going to go longer than 15. But I love that fucking song. I mean, again, if you ain't got a lot of time to meditate and whatever else, like I said in my video, a couple videos back, you know what I'm saying, mantras and shit, you know what I mean? If you ain't got a lot of time, 15 minutes might be all that you need. But I mean, just belting shit out, yelling, and I'm just saying, man, do whatever you got to do. But if you only got 15 minutes to meditate, this, that, and the third, and whatever else, man, I'm about action. This is what it is. These gods and goddesses or whatever else, the motherfucking Buddhas and shit that I fuck with and whatever, I'm just saying, nigga, we about action. You see what I'm saying? These male guys, they ain't here to play. The masculine deities and whatever else that I fuck with, I get them pussy. We finna get some pussy. Anyways, I ain't gonna get into all that. But you get my point, man. You might only have 15 minutes. Do what you fucking came to do, nigga. You know what I mean? Again, like the book talked about this, for motherfuckers walking by, passing by, whatever else, you may only got 5, 10, however long, you know what I'm saying? If you at the gym,
Anyways, you get my point though. But my partner goes to the gym. Let me finish this out. My partner be at the gym. When I first got this book, I kind of showed it to him, and I'm like, yeah, nigga, that's the perfect place to like try some shit, practice some shit and whatnot, and then see if you start getting stars and whatever else. So again, my type of visualization and whatnot, when I'm trying to make a motherfucker horny with my mind and whatever else, I visualize me like, don't stroke the pussy, just lightly use your fingers to, you know what I'm saying, like play with the pussy hairs or whatever else. Just the outside lip. Hold on, let me turn off my alarm. We got time to go. But you can play with the pussy lips, you know what I'm saying? Just like stroke the outside of lips. You ain't even got to part them. You ain't got to do none of that shit. Don't even try to get to the click. Just again, it's about arousal, just bringing energy, awareness to the vagina. You know what I'm saying? Do that shit. You can think about, again, visualizing. This is just me. Visualizing or whatever, using your tongue, but like to lick their tongue, just lightly, you know, across their tongue, whatever else. You know what I mean? Again, the point is getting their mouth wet. When you do certain shit, you want to visualize their reaction, not just what you doing, but how they reacting to what you doing. Now, that might not happen in real life, but it doesn't even matter. This is your visualization. This is your world. Keep shit cracking in your head, you know what I'm saying? And visualize what you want to happen and how you see this thing going. You know what I mean? Again, it might not happen the first couple times, but as you get to cracking, it'll tell you it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I was perfect example. I give you example, right? There's some shit that I have tried, but I was reading about, you know what I'm saying, the nipples and whatever else. You know what I mean? Motherfucking nipple area. You dig? The areola of the chick and whatever else. So I didn't do nothing else. Didn't touch nothing else. Well, I can't say I ain't touched the pussy, but you get my point, man. I might have played with the pussy a little bit. Just to kind of link the two in the mind, you know what I'm saying? What I'm doing up here is affecting what I'm doing down there. What I'm doing down there is going to be affected by what I'm doing up here. And in my mind the whole time I'm thinking, she getting ready to bust a nut off me sucking on her nipples. That's just what the fuck it's gonna be. Me licking these titties and this and that, the areola, pay attention to the areola. But in my mind the whole time, I'm like, she's getting ready to reach an orgasm off this shit. Nigga, just me licking on the titties and sucking on the titties. Guarantee you it's gonna happen. And I didn't have a doubt in my mind that it wouldn't. Sure enough, after so long, just from licking on the titties. That's just foreplay shit. Sure enough, nigga went crazy. What the fuck? She didn't know what's happening. What's going on? What is this? My titties. Pussy just going nuts, nigga. I watched this show. Again, show you some shit with you. Because this OZ the Wizard, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment on my shit. Watch this show about extreme sex conditions or whatever the fuck it's called. I do believe it was on like Amazon, some type of little documentary. But it'd be like weird sex things or whatever else. And there was this woman who had an affliction, right? Her clit would just throb and throb and throb, and it would just be pulsing. She would get horny out of nowhere, or whatever else. You know what I mean? Just again, the clit would just be jumping, like blood would just swell up, swell up in her clit, where she was just constantly, that shit was just pumping, 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 and she couldn't help it. So it's like she was just constantly horny all the time and just flick that motherfucker. Oh, bitch. She was going nuts. So again, when it comes to visualization and whatever else, nigga, if I'm getting ready to approach it, or if you think about me, if I'm coming at you, this is already in my mind. You finna go motherfucking nuts before I even touch you. Tactile sensation, you know what I mean? Again, visualization. You got to try to remember, not imagine. Try to remember, hey, if you got to touch yourself to see what skin feel like. Now, you might not know what that motherfucker's skin feel like, but it don't matter. If you got to touch yourself to remember what skin feel like, nigga, do that. Touch yourself, nigga, and you see what skin feel like. Again, you might not know what that motherfucker, if you ain't touched no pubic hair in the world, nigga, I got hair. Touch some hair. Just feel what it's like to, you know what I'm saying? Rub your fingers over some hair. Now, apply that feeling to that person. You know, again, this is advanced classes, man. You should know what I'm talking about. But tactile sensations. Speaking of which, let's put this book down and go straight to this other one. Tactile sensations. That's what you get a whole lot out of this book. Energy work. Author of Astral Dynamics. But tactile sensations, the secret of spiritual healing and spiritual growth. You gotta actually feel this shit. And first thing I fucking flip to is Kundalini. You see that motherfucking snake? Talk about the Kundalini and whatever else. Again, you can do all this shit. You can do all of this shit. But tactile sensations. I've talked about this before. Tactile imaging techniques. Brushing and stirring actions have a variety of uses. For example, the exercise we did earlier, when you brush your hands and feet, use a brushing action. The stirring action is used mainly for direct stimulation of primary energy centers. Anyways, I'm just saying, point being, man, there's a lot of exercises and whatnot in this book that would greatly help your visualization. Again, it's kind of like that Reiki shit in my mind. But point being, healing and spiritual growth and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? Not only are you arousing the motherfucker when you come through with your aura and your energy and shit, you know what I mean? You also making them literally feel better, making them more healthier and whatever else. So you see what I'm saying? It's like, fucking me is good for your health, bitch. You know what I mean? You can really mean that shit. This is all about, deductive reasoning. You know what I'm saying? You get some dick from anywhere, but do you want some dick that's gonna cure your motherfucking cold? You know what I'm saying? You want some dick that's gonna, nigga, I got a vaccine right here in this dick. What you want? Just playing, man. I be having fun as fuck. But, I mean, shit, real talk. If you think I'm playing, we got another book. Oh, hold on. Before I get to that book, let me show you this too, because I really wanted to point out the energy tools. There was a section about energy tools in here. And that is a hell of a section. I've talked about it again in my other books, but I wanted you to see. Right. All right. Check me out. See, there's a golden net in South. You see that? Energy tools. Energy tools are thought form constructs that add purposeful intention to energy work actions. Energy work actions like sexual psychic seduction. Energy work. You're trying to arouse a motherfucker from a distance, but energy work, right? These energy tools. So check me out. There's a flaming torch. The flaming torch has many uses. The flame can be large or small, widespread or tightly focused, like a blowtorch. The tool is used to burn away damaged or diseased parts of the physical body and to burn away energy blockages, lumps of toxic energy, and thick, sluggish energy. Thick, sluggish energy, like the energy that's giving you resistance to getting that pussy. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. But again, use the flamethrower for what you want. Spray gun. The spray gun is used to cool, clean, soothe, and restore damaged areas and to wash away toxic energy. It sprays water, foam, and other healing fluids. Whatever the fuck you want it to do. So, again, psychic sexual seduction. Yo, you can imagine a motherfucking rose. And while that motherfucker's over there working out or whatever else, all you got to do is take a glance at a motherfucker. All you got to do is see him. Get a good look. Maybe hear their voice. And then you can imagine, you can remember. Not imagine, because you know what it sounds like. You can remember what it's like to feel. That's the big thing. Like you gotta really like take that one. That's a hell of a gem there. Remember. Try to remember. Even remember what a certain smell. Remember that smell. Don't imagine what an apple smells like. No, try to remember what an apple smells like, man. That shit's deep. But anyways. Remember that shit. Point being, the spray gun. You can create any type of energy tool, the dildo, or any type of vibrator, whatever the fuck you want to create. You know what I'm saying? Like if you a chick and you got this, I'm just saying, you can create anything you want to fucking create. You know what I'm saying? As a tool, and use this shit to make somebody aroused. So that could even be that's part of your visualization. You see what I'm saying? Hell, you could visualize some motherfucking honey or some powdered sugar or whatever and just swirl that shit around a bitch's nipple or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Imagine flicking the nipples and shit. Just flicking nipples while they're walking by. Or you see a motherfucker on the bus stop, whatever. Just be flicking the nipple. I'm just saying. And then, but she like that shit. Don't think that she gonna flip the nipple and be like, yeah, why you? No. Always think that a motherfucker like that shit. Or even a dude. You know what I'm saying? Imagine as the dude's walking by, and I hate to think like this, but I'm a nigga, so it's just, a motherfucker be playing a video game or something. Chicks always talk about niggas be playing the game, this, that, and third, and whatever else. See if you can make his dick hard while he ain't even thinking about it. Because again, he's in that alpha. He's in between the alpha and whatever state, but while his subconscious mind ain't paying no attention, because his conscious mind is focused on this game, playing this motherfucking game, this, that, and the third, and whatever else. See if you can get that nigga's dick hard. Make that motherfucker horny. You know what I mean? just to, even if it's just to fuck with him, whatever. No, you ain't gonna give him no pussy, but whatever. But that's the point. Anyways, you can use these spray guns. You can do all kind of shit. I'm just saying, you could spray the shit on the bitch's nipples. You could spray it on her back. You could whatever. But this is all about visualization. And again, being able to use these books to help you with that shit. Again, you could use this shit to like raise a motherfucker's kundalini. You know, it's gonna clear all kind of shit coming up and whatnot. So, anyways. Let's get to this last book. Like I said, I ain't gonna kill you out too much longer, and I got shit to do. Check my clock again. Yeah, buddy, alarm getting ready to go off. Yeah, we finna get out of here. Yeah, I had to set alarms on you niggas, so don't take too much time. I had to set some alarms on you niggas, man. Taking up too much time. So, alright, sexual reflexology. This is what I was talking about again, man. So let me show you some shit again. This is for educational purposes, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. Peep game. For review purposes and whatever else, peep game. If you need to pause it, pause it. But over here you got the heart, lungs, all of this. This is what happens when the penis is inside the vagina. I ain't trying to get, you know what I'm saying, whatever the fuck, but you see the pictures and shit, right? This is what it is. I don't know if I get copyrighted for this shit or not. Is that too much? Showing actual whatever the fuck. Is that too much? But whatever. You see what I'm saying? You got all these muscles, ring muscles, and whatever else. You see what I mean? So when you're doing your visualization, you could be thinking about all of these things. Putting motherfuckers in all, I mean, again, hold on. Let's get to a good part. Show you what I mean. There's massages and whatnot. Oh, I got to get that out that other book too. Breathing exercise. Warming the stove. But boom. Here's another picture and whatnot. See, making the circles around the areolas. Again. Now, this talks about pituitary gland, thyroid, thymus, adrenals, pancreas, ovarian. There's all of these things that you could be visualizing going on inside a person's body. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It also goes into like teeth, hair, the fingers of a woman, this, that, and the third. It shows you the shape of this, the shape of that. So I'm just saying, man, these are all books. These are all books that you could use to get your mind right again. This is some 102 shit. So, and I'm trying not to tell you what to do, just more or less how to increase your power in doing what you do. And I had to share these books with you. The multi-orgasmic man. See, for a man, I like to say, at least this is my experience, you know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily want to bust a nut, because then that's when the game is over. It's done. It feels good, don't get me wrong, but there's no more fun to be had. It's a wrap. So when you could be a multi-orgasmic man, I'll bust a nut for the fuck I want to. I can keep stroking and do whatever the fuck I want to do. So you know what I mean? You can keep going. You can keep making her do this, do that, whatever else. But check this out. The advanced art of screwing. Shallow and deep thrusts. When most men thrust deeply, they pull back all the way, which rubs the head of their penis, their most sensitive spot, against the full length of their partner's vagina. If you have difficulty getting or maintaining an erection, this in and out deep thrust is especially valuable. However, as you can imagine, this thrust is also highly arousing and ordinarily leads to quick ejaculation. So, you have pictures as well. That might be too much, but still, I ain't trying, Anywho, you get the point, right? You can go in and out, but shallow versus deep thrust basically gives you ideas what to do. You can even do this with your fingers, versus this, versus a stroke. You know what I'm saying? A stroke. Now, if you got nails, you're going to be scratching the pussy. But a stroke versus a jab versus, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, man. There's all this type of shit that you could be in your mind visualizing, doing to this person before you even get to do it. So, alright, man, we over 30 minutes. Check this out. In addition to depth and direction, you can also vary the speed at which you thrust. The 7th century physician Li Hung Hwasan Zhu Wax poetically about 9 different kinds of thrusts that offer your partner a range of depth, directions, and speed. Strike left and right as a brave general breaking through the enemy's ranks. Now, when we strike, how about strike like right on the? Let me hit my black and put my dick up. Put my dick up. Put my dick back where it's supposed to be. Put my dick back where it's supposed to be. You feel me? So, strike left and right. Bing, bing, pow. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Left and right. Stroke to the left, to the right. Bing, bing, bing. Whatever you want to do. You feel me? But you turn to the side and hit stroke to the left, stroke to the right. Get my point? But anyways, rise and suddenly plunge. Rise and suddenly plunge like a wild horse bucking through a mountain stream. So, bitch, you want? What you talking about? What? Get off this dick. Get off this bitch. You must be crazy on this motherfucker. Rise and suddenly plunge. Push in and out like a flock of seagulls playing on the waves. In and out. Like a flock of seagulls playing on the waves. And you chilling. See, when you got all this type of shit going through your mind and you doing this, you doing that, you're not thinking about busting a nut. So you got your mind, your energy is here or whatever else. So you know what I mean? You ain't too much worried about what the fuck is going on here. But your partner's going motherfucking crazy because she can feel every stroke. So alright, let's keep going. Use deep thrusts and shallow teasing strokes like a sparrow plucking pieces of rice. So deep and go deep and then a little shallow and deep. You feel me? Boom. But you get all this out of the multi-orgasmic man. Alright? Push in slowly as a snake entering its hole. Charge quickly like a frightened mouse. So you push in slow like a snake entering the hole. There is absolutely nothing wrong with going slow as fuck. Everybody be so trying to beat it up and this and that and whatever else. But literally, just slow stroke that motherfucker. It's that simple. Charge quickly like a frightened mouse running into its hole. That's the motorboat. Pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, type shit. But it's just, you know. Hover and then strike like an eagle catching an elusive hare. I be on that shit. Sometimes I just swirl that motherfucker in there just because I like swirling that shit. And then, hi-yow, nigga. Bitch, give all of it. Here, take it all. All of it. Take it all, motherfucker. Nah, I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Might just make that motherfucker jump, stiffen up the dick, basically, you know what I mean? Then yams, drop it in the motherfucker. Rise, and then plunge down low like a great sailboat in the wind. But imagine all of this shit. All of this should be going through your mind. This is all foreplay, especially for a man. You know what I mean? Visualize. Have your plan of attack before you even get in it. You know what I'm saying? Have your plan of attack. Be thinking all of this shit that's been going through your mind and whatever else. Even your arousal scenario. You want to make sure not to make yourself too aroused and this and that and whatever else. You feel me? One of the things about like the theta state that it says in the first book, which we'll come back to real quick before we end this. One of the things about that it does mention in here is try not to get your damn self aroused because you're doing all this freaky shit in your mind. And next thing you know, your dick get hard, my nigga. See, if you hard, then that means the blood is rushing to your shit. And if you're not relaxed, it ain't going to your head. Like we said before, you gotta relax and be cool. It ain't about you getting off this, that, and the third, whatever else. That's where the visualization. Keep your mind focused on what they're doing and what they're going through. You know, I'm going to do another video about 5-hour energy, but this has been long enough. OZ the Wizard. Like, share, subscribe. And let me know if you need another 15 minutes of love. Type shit, nigga. As you can tell, I've been drinking. Matter of fact, I'm going to take another one for you niggas because that was a hell of a, hey, man. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the love. OZ the Wizard. Like, share, subscribe. Don't do none of that shit.